Thanks, Jane, and welcome to our Late Look North. Good evening, I'm Gerry Jackson, and with Match of the Day here in a few moments, look and listen away if you don't want to know today's time-weird derby result. Well, the home side took an early lead through Anthony Gordon, but the second half saw an equaliser from Dean Talby and a 90th minute winner from Brian Brobby. It means Sunderland have done the double over Newcastle this season, and the Magpies now haven't beaten the Black Cats in the league for 11 matches.
Doesn't get any better than that, does it? Especially this season.
What a result. Great for Sunderland, absolutely great.
I did not expect it. I'd have been happy with a draw, but a win, excellent.
That's what it's all about when it comes to these games. It's not about football, not about class. It's all about that. Hard.
Be with a better team for so long. The more annoying thing for me is my husband's a Sunderland fan.
I just think it was terrible. I just think it's a really poor end of the season, that's all.
It was unlucky. Very
unlucky. I think we've just played so many games, we just haven't got the squad, but we'll go again. We'll go again. His first derby, he loved it.
Still love Eddie Howe. Don't get rid of Eddie Howe, we love him.
Well, police made 3 arrests before the game. They and Newcastle have also condemned an incident of racial abuse made inside the ground, which briefly interrupted the match. Hartlepool's Labour MP says the government might need to borrow more money to support people through any surge in inflation. With the war in the Middle East intensifying, Jonathan Brash says ministers must do all they can to cushion the financial impact. Here's our political editor, Richard Moss.
From mortgages to the weekly shop, the impact of the Iran war is threatening to increase bills. And Hartlepool's MP says the government must be prepared to do all it can to help people in constituencies like his cope, even if it means borrowing.
I think the government has to look very carefully at its borrowing rules at this point, because the one group of people who cannot end up paying for the stupidity of the US president and his allies is the people in Hartlepool, in my constituency, who are already struggling. So if the government needs to put more support in order to deal with this situation, then they must, and I would be championing them to do that.
But a Reform UK councillor from the town says it's the US president who's trying to make a difference.
It's costing everybody money by not dealing with the Iran problem soon enough and quickly enough and humming and hawing. That's what's costing us money. We need this situation sorting out quickly, and as far as I can see, Trump is the only person that's doing anything about it.
And a former Middlesbrough mayor believes whoever's to blame, the government will face the brunt of public anger.
The petrol pumps are the gallows for politicians. When fuel prices goes up, that's another 20 quid a week in your fuel tank. It's another 10, 20 quid a week in your shopping when you go to the supermarket, and then your mortgage goes up. It's going to make people much poorer. I don't think Rachel Reeves or Keir Starmer can survive this.
The government's already announced support for people using heating oil and hinted it could look again at plans for a rise in fuel duty in the autumn. Richard Moss, BBC Look North.
Police say they're following new lines of inquiry in the case of a teenager from Teesside believed to have been murdered almost 28 years ago. 17-year-old Donna Keogh was last seen in Middlesbrough in April 1998. Cleveland police detectives now say they're pursuing fresh lines of inquiry in the Leeds area, where it's thought she travelled to before disappearing. Right, with a new week on the way, let's take a look at the region's latest weather forecast now with Kaye Forster.
Good evening. Well, we have seen some nice sunshine at times this weekend, but things are turning a little wintry again this coming week. For the time being, it's fairly quiet. We are staying dry into the rest of the evening and overnight. There will be some patchy cloud, perhaps a little bit of mist and fog as well. Clear skies, which will allow the temperatures to fall. So it'll be close to freezing for some of us, even a little bit below in some sheltered spots. So a touch of frost to start our Monday morning. There will be some brightness around once the fog lifts and clears away, but we will see the cloud thickening up later in the day. So it is dry, but fairly grey into the afternoon. Temperatures up at around 9, 10, perhaps 11 degrees, so a little bit cooler than we've been used to. But all change into Tuesday. We'll see the winds picking up. There will be some rain coming in later as well. And by Wednesday, feeling really cold, chance of some wintry showers.
More derby reaction on the BBC Sport website and app. And Adam Powell's here with Monday's breakfast updates. But from the Sunday team, I wish you a peaceful night.